Greetings and thank you for joining the weekly meditation of Calgary Mindfulness, where every Sunday morning we meditate for 15 minutes on a different topic, often suggested by our practicing community. If you would like to join these meditations live, or if you would like to attend in-person meditations around the Calgary area during the summer months, please email calgarymindfulness@gmail.com. I hope you enjoy this practice and wishing you a wonderful week. Welcome to our weekly Sunday meditation. For those who were planning to join live this morning, I appreciate your patience since I am quite sick and I have just waited until I can be vertical enough to guide our meditation. So I will send out a note to our community and post in the podcast as well. Let's begin our practice, settling into the body, the mindful body, with a posture that is strong and straight. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Let us begin our 15-minute practice. And breathing in deeply. Breathing out slowly. Breathing in. All things are echoes for the voice of God, the voice of the Creator. Breathing out and breathing in. Breathing in, reminding ourselves, I ease my body and mind. And breathing out, I am safe. I am home. I am arrived. I'm just calling to mind our thoughts in today's practice. Noticing the rise and fall of our torso with each breath. Relaxing the face, the hands, the belly. And as we sit with our body, with sound, with feeling, with the sensations of the body scan, relaxing the face, relaxing the torso, the shoulders, the hands, noticing the rise and fall of the belly, noticing the gentle sounds of our inhalation and exhalation. As we turn inward and pay attention, we call to mind the thoughts we have been thinking. Where is our energy going? What are the thoughts that hijack or agree with our highest goals and values as a human? Are we consumed with worry, with fear, with anxiety? Let's examine the thoughts that are related to anxiety and worry. Where are we holding on to the past? Where are we worried about the future? What is a better thought? Giving these to the Creator and waiting to hear what is returned to us. What's a better thought? Perhaps we're worried about some of the choices of our children. Let's say to ourselves, I trust my child will find his or her way. I trust in my child's ability to follow his or her inner guidance and wisdom just as I am. Perhaps we are worried about a situation at work or in our homes. A situation beyond our control that may impact our livelihoods or our ease. Breathing in. Breathing in and saying, I trust. I trust that this situation will resolve so that I can find benefit. This situation will resolve for my highest and best. I will offer my highest and best through this situation. And let's sit with that for a few minutes. Let's call to mind any past situations about which we're carrying resentment, shame, worry, any other type of obsession or stewing. And offering those situations for healing. Surrendering those situations, trusting that we will find our way, our highest and best way. Restoring our sense of agency, breathing in and out. And as that happens, noticing our sense of powerlessness and helplessness in the face of circumstances fades a little bit. How can we approach our lives as fully present agents? And just noticing how stepping out of flight, fight, where every situation or circumstance is a struggle for survival, just stepping out of that relieves so much of the resistance we bring to these circumstances. Let's pause and observe just how much resistance we create and how much of a burden that is. How much worse it makes any situation. How can we change our perception and responses to situations so that we don't perceive we are stuck in a battle we are always losing? Breathing in and out, relaxing the face, relaxing the hands. Listening for intuition, for the voice of wisdom that tells us we are not alone. We are not at war. We can choose how to make this happen. We can reclaim our agency. Relaxing the face, the neck, the hands. Relaxing the belly. Let's place a hand on the heart. Let's take a moment to send loving kindness to our loved ones. Our open-hearted restoration of forgiveness and ease when we've made mistakes that seem unforgivable. When we push our loved ones away. Breathing in and out, connecting to our loved ones with whom we spend a lot of time, where we need to be compassionate and not lash out. Reminding ourselves that when we are healed, we are not healed alone. That every moment is a choice between heaven and hell, between salvation and fear. And heaven is the choice we must make, committing to that. Perhaps we are so consumed with negative thoughts and fear and anger, it's hard to digest. Let's offer it all to God. Offer it all to the Creator. Remove this from me. This is not how I want to live. Transform these thoughts into your thoughts. And making a habit of doing this every hour on the hour, offering all of our thoughts to the Creator. Good, bad, ugly. Nothing needs to be hidden. Everything can be transformed. Offer it all. Expecting that these thoughts will return to us and be aligned with our highest and greatest goals as a human. And thank you for joining for our weekly Sunday meditation. I look forward to seeing you next week. And as always, I invite your questions and comments that guide all of our practices. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. Bye-bye.